The great crises of our age are ripples that flow from the privatization of rents by the feudal aristocracy. So governments raise revenue by taxing your wages and profits, which sets the wrecking ball rolling. Start at the beginning. For our primitive ancestors to climb out of the trees of Africa, they needed a unique flow of energy to invest in their bodies, their minds, and their souls. That energy was what we now call economic rent, which I shorten to rent. It worked because the rent was shared between everyone in the community. It all started to go wrong when rent was privatized in the first civilizations.
Some of it, Fred. Urban civilizations were the greatest inventions. You can't blame them for our problems.
When people shifted from foraging to growing their food, they trusted their leaders, first the priests, then the princes, to look after the rents they produced. Those leaders began to steal the rents instead of investing them for the common good. That is why civilizations began to collapse. In its privatized form, rent disrupts the economy. It causes mass unemployment, and through the housing market causes despair for young people who cannot afford their own homes.
But Fred, you are attributing all of our problems to a single cause.
Well, you see, the root problem is with what economists call elasticities. I'll explain with these three elastic bands. In the labor market, elasticity is weak. People are vulnerable. Demands for higher wages are constrained by threats of being replaced by workers from the other side of the world. Low bargaining power. In the capital market, elasticities are stronger. Owners of capital equipment have real bargaining power because they can relocate their assets anywhere in the world to reap the best returns. The land market, on the other hand, has the strongest elasticity. Owners exercise the greatest bargaining power. If you don't yield the rents, land is withdrawn from use and production comes to a halt.
Do you really expect us to believe that it all comes down to something called elasticity?
Well, the landed nobility turned cheating into a culture. They controlled parliaments, invented the taxes, and set the wrecking ball rolling.